So anyway, as we start,
we'd like to welcome Alan up to their stage, our Biddeford mayor. So he's going to do our welcome and start the show off for you.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. It's truly an honor for me to be here this evening. I was looking at the program that you all received, and I looking at the number of people here and looking at the number of individuals and companies that have sponsored or given some sort of energy, money, or whatever, is truly a testament to what Kathy was all about. I think I met Kathy maybe 5-6 years ago, and one of the things I realized about her was how persistent she was and how visible she was. I'd see her at the Bacon Street Festival. I'd see her at chamber events. I'd see her at City Hall. I'd see her at the Stone Soup Pantry. I'd see her all over the place, and every time I saw her, Alan, or sometimes it was Mr. Mayor, Alan, can I talk to you for a minute? And she'd have some story to tell or some request. And I think that's the essence of her because of her persistence and her passion. When I looked at this brochure, of course, it mentioned the word angel a number of times, and I think that's really critical when you start thinking about what she meant to this community. She was an angel to so many people. And I don't think that it's very easy for anyone to fill those shoes. So I would say this. If there's anything that I can say to challenge each one of you tonight, it's exactly this thing. Be an angel. Collectively be an angel to your community. Because whether it's working with food pantries or something as simple as saying a kind word or saying hello or giving a smile, you make the community a better place. And that's what Kathy Duke did. She made the community a better place by reaching out to people who were in need. And you can do that too, in little ways or big ways. And so again, thank you for coming. Please accept my challenge. Be angels. Thank you.
thank you, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Our next speaker is going to be Jody Bissonette. She's the director of the York County Food Rescue, and she was one of the closest people to Kathy Duke. So we want to introduce her. She has a few words to say.
I'm going to have a real hard time with this because they only gave me 5 minutes. And to describe Kathy in 5 minutes is a very, very big task. First of all, she was a very, very headstrong Irish woman who loved her community, but she loved her family as well. She considered me a daughter, which I always loved about her. But boy, when she thought you were wrong, she'd sure let you know you were wrong. She did a lot more than just the food pantry. She would take people in the store, stop them and say, are you having a good day? Is there something I can do to help you? It reminds me of a story she told me just before she got really ill. She saw this man in Hannaford supermarket, and he was holding his head, and he acted like he was really, really disturbed. And she made sure that that man got the help he needed before she left the store. And she was in a very, very big hurry that day, but she wanted to be sure he was okay. And that was our Kathy. She always made sure that everybody always had what they needed, whether it was clothes, furniture, food, or just somebody to talk to. To her, everyone was called Hun, because there were so many people that were involved in her life. To keep track of everybody's name would have been a little tough. So she always gave everybody a hug. It didn't matter whether they were homeless, whether they were well-dressed, no matter who they were. If you needed her help, she was there for you. And so now we all have to go by that example and try and continue on with the good work that Kathy did. And as the mayor said, give everybody a smile and just take care of your neighbor and pay attention to what's going on around you. Because I know that Kathy's legacy will go on forever, and we all should keep that in mind and live the way that Kathy lived. Thank you.
7 years ago when we moved into Saco Biddeford area, I met this songbird, and I'm proud to call her my friend, and she's also your director of Heart of Biddeford. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Delilah.
I like that Delilah, like Cher or Madonna. You know, I only need one name. Thank you, Fausto and Estella, for pulling this together and being the angels that you are. Thank you. I definitely am grateful to be here tonight and part of this event to honor Kathy, a woman who did all kinds of ordinary things, feeding and caring for people in a most extraordinary way. And I'm very honored to have gotten to know her during my time here. My guitar might be a little loud on this one. I'm not a Mainer originally. I'm from Minnesota. Nice people. Not that many people are nice, but it's especially nice there, and sometimes it gets a little out of hand. I made you eggs and toast, I rubbed your back, kissed your nose as the morning sun was shining in my eyes. But the sunny side has got some till it does, then we run out of time. 'Cause I'm nice, I'm nice, I am nice, I am nice, I am perfect, I am nice, I am leaving. Said I'm nice, I'm nice, I am nice, I am nice, I am perfect, I am nice, I am leaving. I enjoy the way you let me love you through and through. I hope you see I don't resent you, at least until I do. So if you think you got it made, you're fat in bed, getting laid, and never have to lift a fingertip. Well, we might be headed for a fall, so ask me if I've said it all, or else prepare to get some more of this. I'm nice, I'm nice, I am nice, I am nice, I am perfect, I am nice, I am leaving. Sing it if you know it. I'm nice, I'm nice, I am nice, I am nice, I am perfect, I am nice, I am leaving. Songwriting is a very good way to learn lessons and work things out with your spouse. Poor husband has to be written about all the time. I'm going to play one more song, and I'm really looking forward to getting to hear the comedians and the bands later tonight. Can turn the guitar down in the monitor again, thanks. It might just be a bad day. I need a thicker skin, trying to find my own way out of this hole I'm crawling. I always leave it up to me to find another view, but this time I'm gonna take your words and turn them back on you. Took a lot of heart, my heart said that's enough. Took a lot of heart, my heart said that's not love. No, I'm not sure I've got what it takes for you. You're taking me to heart, you're taking me to heartbreak. I wanna rattle the list off. I wanna revel in the hurt. I want you to see what it does to me. I want you to be the man you were. Your words were misdemeanors, call 'em petty crimes, but there were just too many words I took to heart too many times. I took a lot of heart, my heart said that's enough. I took a lot of heart, my heart said that's not love. Now I'm not sure I've got what it takes for you taking me to heart, 'cause you're taking me to heartbreak. I usually find so much. Enjoy the night. Thanks for being here.
We have two comedians tonight. The first one I'm introducing. Fausto's introducing this. No, he. Even though we were trying to think of a good line to open up for them, but we really can't. We're just grateful they're both here. The first one is going to be a tough job on his part, being the first comedian on stage. He's going to open up and make you guys all laugh. Tim Sivany. He's out of Biddeford. Everybody knows him. He does show after show, and let's give him a big hand.
Thank you.
Give Estella and Fausto a hand putting this together. Sorry, that wasn't part of it. Got a really bad cold this week, so and I knew there was a bunch of singing acts, so I tried to get Justin Bieber to cover for me. It didn't work out. Apparently, on his way here, he got in trouble for breaking his neighbor's house, and then his plane got detained because it smelled funny. So I thought it was probably a good idea he go hang out with his father. I think he's the mayor in Toronto, Rob Ford. Spend some quality time with him, right? So, driving into Biddeford tonight, the sign says, "Welcome to Biddeford, a certified business-friendly community." I'm thinking, who the hell certified them? Secondhand stores in America? Pawn shops? The only thing certified when you come into Biddeford is you're gonna get a speeding ticket. There should be a cop car on that sign. We will pull you over. No, really, can you imagine being a crime fighter? Right, crime fighters pulling people over. You get up every morning, put your big boy crime fighting pants on, you got your gun on your hip, you got like 6 pairs of handcuffs. And then they got like pockets all the way down their pants for all their ticket books. And then they go in the mirror and they look at themselves. I'm officer friendly. And then they're out on the streets. We've all been there. They're out on the streets. They're just looking for us. They got nothing better to do. They're looking for us. They see you doing something wrong, maybe one over, maybe doing the speed limit. They yard that car around like you're a vicious criminal. And then your heart's just beating out of your chest, sweaty palms. Kind of feel like a domestic violent victim. And then they come to your window and like, do you know why I pulled you over? Not really sure. My speedometer only says it goes to 125. No, really, I do my job all day and I don't ask for people to do it for me. I'm not going to do their job. That's for them to figure out what I did wrong. So I have a good idea. I think we ought to mess with them. For about a week, we all do the speed limit and wear your seatbelt. Now, not a good idea. They'll probably stop pulling cars over in Saco or fire trucks. That's all we need is pulling fire trucks over, right? Because they got nothing better to do. They always talk about, they refer to cops as pigs. You guys all hear that, pigs? Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of friends that are cops, I don't call them pigs, but people refer to cops as pigs, and I always wonder why they call them pigs. Well, back in 1971, they built the Biddeford police station on the corner of Bacon Street. So, kind of feel bad for them because they like to pull people over and bother us. So I came up with they have those bracelets for live well, live strong, toe fungus, athlete's foot. They got them for everything now. Well, I came up with my own bracelet, the SDS. And that's the small ding syndrome. We ran out. Some lady came in with her husband. She bought them all. They're all gone. Somewhere's in here. I don't know where it was. So enough with the police. Well, I got my King for Sheriff shirt on, right? That's my get out of jail free card, right? And now it's part of the work release program. These are the shirts we wear now. But growing up, Biddeford kid. Grew up in Biddeford. Yeah, everybody knows we get together on Sundays. We have big dinner. We had pork pie at my house. And we solved all the world's problems in about 15 minutes. And then we bitched about all the family that didn't show up. Yeah, and we bitched about all the family that did show up. That's right, that's what we do. That's what we do. No, growing up, I had 3 older sisters. You guys ever hear hand-me-downs? Yeah, patent leather shoes. Pink and purple was my favorite color, right? Yeah, that was real cool. And also growing up, I thought it would be the do the right thing. Good Catholic boy, became an altar boy. I was an altar boy going through school, Catholic kid. One day, a few years back, my mother called me all serious. Jimmy, I have to ask you, the priests, they ever try anything? They ever do anything? Oh, no, Ma, no. You're not going to make a fool out of me. We're not going to make any money off of this one. Good news is I don't wear hand-me-downs anymore. So, yeah, growing up, kind of a slow kid, lazy kid, not really sure. Really kind of could only get 2 jobs because I needed something where I could lay down on the job. So I could either be a prostitute or I could be a firefighter. I tried being a prostitute. I didn't make much money, only working 5 minutes a night. So I went with being a firefighter. That's right. Work as a firefighter, paramedic, kind of a fun job. So, you know, some of the things I want to talk about with you guys, I want to talk about adult fire safety. You guys all look pretty old, mature, maybe understand some of this. Well, I teach your kids fire safety, and I've learned a lot about you guys from your kids, because your kids tell everything. We know your smoke detectors work because you guys burn everything in the kitchen. Yeah, and the other thing is we know that you guys smoke your marijuana in the basement. It's okay, it's okay. It's almost here. Don't worry, guys. It's okay. But no, really, adult fire safety. You know, we always talk about get out, stay out, right? So we tell you guys, too, you got to get out, stay out. Ladies, at some point, please come back because we need you to cook and clean. And the other thing is, you know, we talk about having a, you know, we have a meeting place. You know, we have a meeting place. Doesn't mean you go sleep with your neighbor. So, you know, with that, being a firefighter, people always say, what do you guys do all day? You guys hang around all day? Hang around the fire station? Yeah, we hang around. This is what we do. We hang around the station all day. We play cards. We play pool. We slide down the stripper pole. And we do calendar photo shoots. That's right. November this year, Mr. Butterball. That's right. You guys come up here and pluck this turkey. So with that, we have we do go on some calls. We have calls every now and again, and you know we have the 911 calls, and we have the sweet old ladies. There's nothing wrong with them; they're sweet, but they like to play the Lifeline activation game. That's right. That's right. They get themselves undressed. They throw themselves down between the tub and the toilet, and they push the button. So we get there, we pick them up. Either we bring them to the hospital, put them back in bed, whatever we do with them, and it's not half an hour later after the call, they're already Facebook friend requesting us, sending us messages. You look good in the tub with me. I can see you laying next to me on my hospital bed. So we work 24-hour shifts, and we do pretty much everything that you guys do at home. It's kind of like a house. We have living quarters and bathrooms and kitchen and dining room. So, and we don't get breaks because sometimes we have to go on calls. We just can't say, well, I got to take a 5-minute break for us to go. So sometimes if we're eating, we get a call. I just take my meal with me. Haven't missed a meal yet. And the other thing is with that, it really sucks when a call comes in, you have to pee. Especially when there's a fire, but it puts a whole new meaning on that, saying it burns when I pee. And the other thing with that is, you know, working 24-hour shifts, we go to the grocery store because we have a kitchen there. So I just happen to be the cook. So I go to the grocery store on my shift in my uniform, and I go get my groceries. And you always got the sweet little kids, we'll just say little Johnny. And they always come running over, and they got their mother, they hang out and say, Mommy, 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 look at the police officer. Mommy, Mommy, look at the police officer. I'm like, no, little Johnny, I'm not a police officer, I'm a firefighter. And I always say, you know how you can tell? Because I don't wear a gun. That's how you can tell the difference between a policeman and a fireman. I say, Johnny, you know why firefighters don't wear guns? Because people like us. Yeah, February, New Year's resolutions. Everybody still have their New Year's resolution going? Yeah, right, yeah, I love it. Go on Facebook, you see all the New Year's resolutions about going to the gym. Go to the gym, go work out. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll let you guys in on a secret. What I do for work, going to the gym is not safe. People get hurt and people die there. So I hang on at McDonald's, never had a call there before. Talk about love. I thought it'd be a good night, talk about love. I've had 2 wives and 3 marriages. There's like, wait a second, 2 wives and 3 marriages, how'd that happen? Well, out of love, I married my second wife twice. I married her twice because I love her, right? No, I married her twice because it'd be twice as hard for her to leave me. And really, I do love her. I have to thank her, because if it wasn't for her, I'd still be living with my parents. And the other thing they talk about in relationships is communication, right? Communication's a big part of relationships. Well, thank God for Facebook nowadays, right? I found out on Facebook I own a horse. Yes, I own a horse. I found out on Facebook I own a horse, but you know, my wife, she loves pets. We have 4 dogs, 2 cats, a big bird, a pig and a squirrel, and a ferret. You say, wow, you have a lot of pets, right? Well, we have 4 dogs. 3 of them are small. You can put them in 1 grocery bag. And living with my wife is something else, because, you know, she wants to bring all the animals to bed with us at night, but what she didn't tell you was she has this Comfort You pillow. Does anybody know what a Comfort You pillow is? It's this big, long pillow. It's U-shaped. It takes up pretty much half the bed, so I get this much. King-size bed, she gets the rest. Comfort You is really high. It's kind of like the Berlin Wall. Nothing's getting in, nothing's getting out. So the good news for her is all the dogs, they like to sleep with me. So I get one of the Chihuahuas. He likes to sleep right here. I get another one, she'll sleep right here, and the other one kind of goes back and forth, just whining, because she has no place to lay. And at any given minute, one wrong move, and that's it. There's like hair, teeth, eyeballs, and Chihuahuas everywhere. And a couple weeks ago, I got my finger in the way, and one of the little Chihuahuas actually bit right through my finger. And I got in trouble because I was throwing her around, and she wouldn't let go. My wife came over the wall and started yelling at me. So I waited for my wife to fall back asleep. And I stuck my foot over the wall one night, because I like to, you know, touch her with my cold, clammy feet. Well, apparently my nails got a little long, because I really can't get down and reach them. So I like to get her to cut them, but she says they're gross and clammy and she won't touch them. I say they can't be that bad, because the dogs like to lick them. So I came up with a good idea. I went and got myself a pedicure. You get in there, you get the back massage, you get your feet in the water soaking. Everything's going good at this point. The little Vietnamese girl, pulls my foot out of the water, and I've never realized I could open their eyes that big. She looked over the desk and says, you better cancel my 11:30. So, and with that, with my wife in bed, you know, we fight sometimes. So she, because I go over the wall and touch her, and so she punched me one time, and my left breast was a little swollen. It hurt. So I went and saw my doctor and said my left breast is a little bit bigger than my right breast, and it hurts a little bit. So he said, you know what, there's like 5% chance you may get breast cancer, so I think you should get a mammogram. You notice it's all women over the age of 40 laughing, because they've all had mammograms. Guys, you can laugh, you're going to think this is funny, and ladies who haven't had a mammogram yet, you probably might want to block your ears, because you're not going to want to go after this story. So I go, schedule my appointment, I go for my mammogram, and I show up there, and the front of the building says Women's Center. I'm like, shit, where do I mail my man card? So I get in there, and the nurse, she's just loving it. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I got a guy. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. So the best way to describe this machine, it's like a universal machine, like something you see out of a gym. So there's arm grips, hand grips. So you go in there, and she sends you in the changing room to go take your shirt off, put the Johnny on that you're only gonna take off when you get back out there anyways. You're standing on this machine with your arms up like this, and she gets behind you, and then she's pushing you. She's pushing you in there as hard as she can. And there's these plastic devices that come down. They look harmless, right? And they're just squishing. They're pulling everything. She's got her knee between my shoulder blades. She's pushing in there, and it's squishing, squishing. The room is starting to spin around. I'm starting to get really sweaty, uncomfortable. I have not been this uncomfortable since I was drinking wine after mass wrestling with them. So we get that all done. She says, we got to do the other side just to compare. That really sucked. But the good news is there was no breast cancer. The really good news is I don't have wrinkles in my forehead anymore. Yes, so coming home after that experience, I finally had it with the whole man card thing and my wife, because we used to share bathrooms. We shared bathrooms, and we always got into arguments about the toilet seat. Well, I did some research, and you guys probably didn't know this either. There's a guy by the name of Thomas Crapper. Back in the early 1900s, he invented the toilet seat. I'm pretty sure Mr. Crapper did not want the toilet seat to be left down, because he's a man. So my wife and I, we decided it was a good idea that we split up. We don't use the same bathroom anymore. But I have to tell you, though, ever since that game Candy Crush, I sit when I pee. Makes it nice. And the other thing is getting up in the morning. I'm always running late. I guess it goes back to that lazy thing. So I'm always getting ready last minute. And getting ready last minute, you're always in a rush. So in my bathroom, on my sink, I have these 2 tubes. One's called Sexy Hard Up Hair Gel, it's blue. And the other one is called Fresh Balls, because nobody wants itchy, scalding, burning balls, right? They're both blue, and they're both blue tubes, so there's nothing worse than running late, getting ready, putting on Sexy Hard Up hair, down here, then fresh hair. So that's not very good. And my wife has a daughter, and she's so she's not mine, so it's kind of awkward to call them stepchild. I don't like the name stepchild, and she's not red hair, because I would call her redhead stepchild, because I think that's fun. So I came up with the name for her, I-Child. She's an I-Child. And why is she an I-Child? Because I'll tell you why. Right now, out there you have iPhones. Those are really expensive, right? You have iPads. Those are really, really expensive, right? Well, the I-Child, they're really friggin' expensive. I cannot wait for AT&T to let me know when that contract is up. So in my I-Child, she always comes in my bathroom once in a while, and she asks my wife. She says, "What's that fresh ball stuff on the counter?" It's his hair gel. So yeah, got family, got my parents around, got my father. He comes out, works with me. I own a pressure washing company, wash houses. And we were out washing houses one day, and my father was, we just got done washing, and he looked a little tired, and he was sitting in my truck, and something just didn't seem right. Something didn't seem right with my father. He was kind of mumbling and grabbing his hands, so I used my medical skills, and I asked him, I said, "Dad, you okay?" He really wasn't answering. I said, "Do you want to go to lunch?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay, something's wrong. We'll go to the hospital." So I get him to the hospital. He ended up having he had a mild stroke, so doing really good now from that. But it was around the holidays last year, and my father's famous for making his pork pies. He was upstairs in the hospital, and people were calling him in the hospital, and they wanted to make sure they were still going to get their pork pies. So it all worked out. We ended up putting his order form in there right on the door, so they didn't have to go in and see him. They could order their pork pies. And then he ended up going to a rehab center in Portland. And when he was in a rehab, I go in there one day, and I don't know if some of these rehabs you guys been to, I mean, I guess you could say it's an older generation or older people, I guess. I don't want to be too mean, but you go in there, it kind of smells like urine sometimes, these older places. I go in there one day, all I smell is pork pie. He convinced them it was a good idea, part of his rehab, to make pork pies. So he got out, was able to make it home in time for pork pie season. We get through the holidays, and then because of that, they took his driver's license from him. And I did not know this. When they take your driver's license at that age, you have to go back and retest. So retesting is not like when we went when we were 16 for our driver's license, when they bring old people. Old people's driver's test is they bring them around. He went down to Kennebunk. They drive him around Kennebunk for 2 reasons. One, to see if he can hold his bladder that long. And 2, they drive him around and get him lost. If they find their way back, they get their driver's license. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting because I brought him. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I'm like, this is not good. Well, apparently I know why. Because my father ended up in the back parking lot of the Zumba studio. Thank you guys. That's all my time. You guys were fun. You guys have a good night.
We got scared for a minute back there. Thank you, Tim. It was really good. We laughed. Now it's your turn.
And we have the great honor of introducing Dennis Fogg, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, how you doing? Cool. Hey, thanks for being here. First off, my name is Dennis. I have 4 kids at home. I have a wife at home. So truthfully, I didn't care if you were here as long as they're not. I'm happy. Right now, they think I'm at Shaw's. And it's pretty cool. See, I have 4 kids, like I told you, and it's weird having 4 kids because I'm always learning new stuff. Like we learned what that KY jelly is for. You put it on the doorknob of the bedroom and you get 2 more minutes of sex before little guys can open the door. We also learned that you don't hide the big chocolate Easter bunny next to the furnace all night long. My son came downstairs and goes, Dad, the Easter bunny shit in my basket. But I'm a dad. I look right at him and go, buddy, you're just lucky to get that shit in your basket. Because there are poor kids. Most of them living in Biddeford, they ain't getting stuff in their basket. And I know that because I was a poor kid. Any other poor kids here? Oh yeah, I was so poor if I woke up Christmas morning without a heart on, I had nothing to play with. And my mom was always like, share with your sisters, they don't get what you get. I'm like, no way, Ma, I don't live that far north. So she moved me to Maine. And I live in Maine and I'm married, which is weird because living in Maine and being married is tough because we have this thing called winter, right? And I've been married so long that once it starts to snow, my wife feels she no longer has to shave her legs till springtime. So by February, it's like I'm sleeping with a grasshopper. I'm like, honey, are we doing it tonight? She's like, brr, brr, brr. I don't know what that means. I don't. It got so bad last year, we started watching the wedding video backwards so it has a happy ending. This way I get my rings back. We get in separate cars. I drive away with hope. And it's weird with 4 kids because you don't realize you might be getting 4 kids. I swear I won't swear ever again. You don't have to leave, guys. I won't swear again, I promise. I didn't know that. But you don't realize with 4 kids how many kids you're getting. You usually get 1 kid at a time. That's the golden child, is it not? That's the kid you buy the good Pampers for. You get her the good baby food. We even went so far as to put the plastic things in electrical outlets. By the 4th kid, I'm throwing a fork down there. Just find out for yourself. Right, it's crazy. I've also been a member of Big Brothers, Big Sisters for 15 years now, and I love it because every weekend some old guy takes me to the playground. And I love the playground. I do. I was in the generation where we learned stuff on the playground. And now they've changed the playgrounds on our children. Right? They've changed them and they don't learn the same stuff we did. Like case in point, they get those fluffy wood chips. Kids fall down, they don't get hurt, they get right back up, they fall right back down, they don't learn nothing. When I was younger and you fell off the monkey bars, split your head on the rocks, the broken bottles, syringes, you learned to hang the heck on. Right? If nothing else, you're hanging on. Hell yeah. How about that big metal spinny thing we used to have? Huh? That was the best, was it? That was a learning experience. That taught you couldn't get on it when it was moving. Remember, you'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then you get that one idiot friend who's like, no, 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 you gotta stick it, both feet at the same time. Right? That's when you realize you can't trust that friend. Right? How about the seesaw, the teeter-totter? Remember the look on your fat friend's face when you finally get him to the top? And he realized you plan on jumping off? Knocking his butt right through the roof of his mouth? He's always like, no, 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 no. It's like, learn something. Bam! Right? And the swing sets now, they anchor them down. What a bunch of babies, huh? Remember that when the back would come up and the front would come up? And you swear to God you spin that thing all the way around? I think the swing set is when we all made our first bad decision in life, did we not? Because you get cranking, what do you want to do? Jump, right? You're like, yeah, oh no! Right? But the worst things in the world has got to be the slides. Have you seen what kids have for slides nowadays? They're pink, they're plastic, and they're gay. Right? When I was younger, slides were metal. Metal slides in August on 104 degrees. Right? We're all wearing shorts. I left a layer of butt cheek one summer, just all the way down that slide. And what's with the puddle at the bottom? Right? It could be a drought for 4 years and there's still a puddle at the bottom of the slide. I think it's urine. I think kids are up there peeing themselves. They're scared. It's running right down. And remember how we made them go faster too? You used to take the sand from the bottom and be chucking it up on the slide, right? Now we're going down like 104 degrees on sandpaper. It's a wonder any of us reproduced whatsoever. Amazing. But we had cool games. Remember we used to stay all day at the playground? Remember your mom used to tell you, look, you come back into this house one more time today, you're in for the day. Remember that? I'm peeing in the bushes. I'm not going back in that house. How about this one? Remember this one? You wait till your father gets home. Huh? You wait till I was 15 years old before I realized he ain't coming home. Right? And we had cool games. And now my kids come home from school and they're like, Dad, the teacher won't even let us play tag on the playground. She says it's an elitist game. And the faster kids will always get away from the slower kids. I'm like, yeah, that's tag. Right? If you don't like it, put down a ho-ho and a yoo-hoo and start running. Oh my God, because my kids are all out of shape. They're all out of exercise. Their form of exercise comes in the Wii entertainment system. You guys know what I'm talking about with a Wii driving thing and a Wii tennis racket and a Wii golf. How about a Wii mop and a Wii broom and you clean up the Wii damn house while you're at it? Or a Wii shovel. Oh, I figured with 4 children in my life, I would never ever have to shovel another day in my life. Yeah, huh? Yeah, right. How many people here have children? How many people are still shoveling? Come on, folks. Right? It's crazy. I used to see old men, they'd be outside, they'd be shoveling, they'd be talking to themselves. I used to think to myself, what's he talking about? Now I'm old, I'm outside, I'm shoveling, I'm talking. Let me tell you, I hope I have a heart attack. Oh my God, if I have a heart attack right here, you kids need me. Right? My son's 19 years old watching me out the picture window as I'm shoveling the driveway. He calls me up on my cell phone. I'm like, what? He's like, Dad, you almost done? I gotta go. I said, yeah, check this out. I open his car door. Shovel it right in there. I'm done now, huh? But that's all right. I know I'm an idiot, huh? I'm a little angry, too, because I'm in that generation where I can no longer beat my children the way they should be beaten. Because when I was younger, I got my butt kicked. I used to get my butt kicked everywhere. I was in that generation where we could get our butt kicked at the grocery store. Remember that? They had a whole section for butt kicking. It was called the cereal aisle. Remember that? You'd want the Fruit Loops or something good. Your mom's trying to get the Wheaties or the Frosted. When you hit her with the shopping cart a couple times, my mom would just spin around and smack me right upside the head. She'd hit me so hard the Pall Mall wouldn't even fall out of her mouth. Right? And my mom was a lazy beater. My mom used to buy toys that would hurt us for her. Like the slip and slide. Nice on a fluffy lawn. My mom would set it up on a gravel driveway. Tell you, run, run, run. You get running, bam, nipples are bleeding. I chip my tooth. I'm crying. My mom comes up with that Pall Mall going, does that hurt, honey? I say, yeah, Mommy. She goes, well, sometimes Mommies hurt too, you know. It's crazy, right? And now you have to be more creative in the way you punish your children. Like I like to buy the Oreo cookies, scrape out the white stuff, put toothpaste in them, stick them back in the jar. I'll even unscrew the light bulb in the bathroom, leave the plunger in the toilet. That's what I'm saying, don't mess with Dad. I even got a feud going on my next door neighbor. He's got one of those big snow blowers. I figured I'm going to get him back. He's always blowing snow into my driveway. So I got a Ziploc baggie and I filled it with V8 juice and chicken bones and I hid it in the snow for him. It was the best, let me tell you. He goes by and he hit that stuff and the red stuff and the bones come flying out of there. I ran out there with my dog's leash going, Sparky! Sparky! Oh my, does he hate me. See, I have a snowblower too, but I use it in the summertime to clean up after the dog. And he's got a pool. Guys having fun tonight? Cool. I don't know if you realize this, but I'm a fast talker. See, I have to be because you never know when my wife is going to show up and shut me up. Because I'm an idiot and cannot be trusted in anything I say. Anybody else? Come on now, I've been looking around. See, I'm a jerk. I am. There are better words to be using, but they're kids, but I'm a jerk, okay? And I have a theory on jerks. My theory is that every group has at least one jerk. And if your group does not have one, that's because you're it and they're not telling you. Right? And if you got to look around at the people you're with to find out if it's you. All right? But I have a deal with my wife. Because I am a jerk, if you speak to me, I get to speak to you because I may be a jerk, but I'm not a rude jerk. Right? Like I was at Shaw's the other day following my wife, trying not to run her heels over, just following my wife, minding my own business, and the new guy at the deli department looked right at me. Looked right at me and said, "Sir, can I help you?" I'm like, "Me?" He goes, "Yeah, you got any questions?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got questions." It says semi-boneless up there, but you can't be semi-boneless, can you? You're either boned or you're not boned. You can't be semi-boneless because that doesn't make any sense. You either have a bone or you don't have a bone. It's like erect. Either erect or you're erect. No, semi-erect means you are erect, or erect means you aren't erect. You understand what I'm trying to say? And the guy sort of tilts his head and goes, anything else? I'm like, yeah, I got a question about the turkey bacon. He says, what about turkey bacon? I said, well, who do you think got who? It's like, what? I said, do you think there's a bunch of pigs holding down turkeys having their way with them? Or some sly turkey slipping up behind a pig and woo, ripping off a piece? And the guy looked right past me and looked at my wife and she's like, oh, no, you spoke to him. You're on your own, funny guy. I have 4 children. That means I have 1 child who still loves me. That's not too bad. Because when you get to be my age, you start to realize that you got to have 1 kid who loves you or they're going to put you in the wrong nursing home. Right? And it used to be all about me and my son. I got 1 boy, 3 daughters. It was all about me and my son. We're best of buddies. I figured this is the kid. He's going to be taking care of me when I get older. And then at Thanksgiving a couple years ago, he gets this faraway look in his eyes like he's got this thing going on. And I'm thinking, wow. He's got some smarts, huh? I said, buddy, what's up? He goes, no, Dad, you wouldn't understand. I said, no. Whatever is good for you is good for me. I said, you're my son. Whatever's important is important to me. He goes, well, you know, no matter how you try, you really can't see your own neck. Like, oh my God, where is your sister? So now it's all about me and the youngest girl. This girl loves horses. Something about horses and little girls, oh my goodness, she'd love it. And I told her as a dad, you know, because I lie, I told her I can ride a horse. I could do that. Anybody ever seen a horse? They're big animals. Oh my God, they're big. The first horse I see, she gives me that look and I jump on that thing and bang, it took off and it was flying. I was scared. I started screaming. I think I peed my pants. I figure, okay, just let go of the reins. If I just let go of the reins, I can tuck, tilt and roll, maybe jump up, look like Mary Lou Retton or something like that. But my foot got stuck in that stirrup thing and I'm hanging there and the hoof was coming up to my face. I started crying and screaming and finally the lady from Walmart unplugged the damn horse for me. I had never been that scared in my life. Because you don't want to be kicked out of Walmart. You don't. You really don't. Because I am not financially secure enough to shop at Target. I just can't do it. And I also love to go to Walmart drunk. Anybody else? Just me, huh? These Walmarts are getting big, are they not, though? I got lost in the last Walmart. Walking around for 20 minutes, couldn't find an exit anywhere. See a guy in a blue vest. I go, dude, you work at Walmart. He's like, yeah, why? I said, well, how do you get out of Walmart? He said, stay in school and get an education. I'm like, damn, that guy's a genius right there. I also found out I was old last year. You're probably looking at me going, no duh. But no, you don't realize you're getting old till something slaps you in the face like this. I used to work at the haunted hayride, scaring little kids. Great job. Good time. But whenever there wasn't a hayride going on off to the left, a lot of the guys would hang out. They'd sneak some beer, play some hacky sack, maybe smoke some pot, whatever those kids do over there. I figured, hell, I'm going to go hang with the guys. So I go walking over there. I get about 10, 15 feet away from the guys. These two guys turn around, look right at me, and go, oh my God, it's the old guy. And they start running. So I start running because the old guy's coming, right? I don't know where I'm going, but I'm following those guys. We're running, and I don't know if anybody, and all of a sudden the guy turns around and goes, holy shit, he's chasing us. And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm running, right? And this kid looks right at me and smacks right into a tree and falls down. So I go running over there before the old guy gets there, right? I go over, I go, dude, you okay? He's like, old guy, don't fire me, I wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, damn. Now I'm the old guy now. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. Well, I had some of the telltale signs, like I get excited about having exact change. And I find myself humming the songs at the mall, walking around going, Fernando. Right, and I love to be next, like at the bank. I love being next. I love being next so much that I'll let somebody else go in front of me so I can be next again. But see, I was in the high five generation. Remember the high five generation? That was our gift to the world. Bang, high five, no commitment, no practice. Everybody knew it. Then my friends started messing with high five. They're like, dude, we'll do 2 high fives, spin around, and end with a Fresh Prince. You know, that's stupid, right? Then they started doing the chest thumping thing. Remember when everybody was chest thumping and they're banging into each other? If the other person isn't ready, you knock their ass right down. I put my grandmother right down at Thanksgiving one year. She's in a walker. I come running, go, Graham, go! Bam! Knock her right down. But the new thing now is I get off stage a couple weeks ago and this kid comes up and he goes, dude, you rock. And he stuck his knuckles out. Stuck his knuckles out like we're supposed to like bang knuckles like Power Rangers or something like that. I didn't get the memo. I put my hand over the top because paper covers rock, dude. I win. He's like, what are you doing? I said, paper. Paper covers rock, buddy. I win. Like, oh, let's see. Now that my son has moved out of my house, my wife got together with my kids, thought I needed a new companion, and they got me a dog. Look at me. I don't even want kids. I don't want a dog either. And my wife has gotten into calling the dog my son. She's like, oh, go tell daddy you need a walk. Go tell daddy you need some food. I'm like, don't do that. I don't even think the 3rd child is mine. I'm not going to own up to the damn dog. Right? And I have to pick up this dog's crap, and I don't like that. Anybody here have an animal? You got a dog? You got a dog? What kind of dog you got? Golden Retriever. That's a manly dog. See, that would be a cool. No, they got me a Maltese. Ah, yeah. Little fluff of fur. All he does is bite and pee and bite and pee, sometimes at the same time. Like my mom sneezes and pees at the same time. Ladies, if you don't know, you will. Yeah, true. Thanks, hon. Testify. But I've got to pick up this dog's crap, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. Because I have 4 kids. I picked up my share of crap in the house. I don't want to pick it up outside. So I've tried to train my dog into pooping where nobody can see it. And I've even started feeding him condoms so his poop comes out in its own little baggie. And my dog also thinks he's a person, and he hates it when other dogs try to sniff his butt. And being in prison, I understand. So I feel it's my job to pick up my little dog when big dogs try to come over and smell his butt. Right? Like, and it's weird because they're all over the place. I go over to my friend's house. He's got one of those bull mastodon dogs. You ever seen those big monster dogs? As a side note, if your dog has a bigger penis than you, put some pants on him. We try to play the PlayStation. It's like, come on, right? But we go over there and I knock on his door, and his big dog starts hauling butt down his hallway, right? His whole house is shaking. Granted, he lives in a trailer, but it's a big dog is what I'm telling you. My little dog looks up at me like, uh-oh. I'm like, yeah. So I pick my dog up like I usually do, and I realize that ain't good enough. So I put my dog up over my head, and my friend's got one of those ceiling fans. boom, hits it and just drops. Oh my, it was the funniest thing you ever seen. We tried to do it 3 more times to get it on the YouTube. Nothing. YouTube, you know what that is? That's the computer stuff. I never wanted a computer, but a friend of mine told me his went down on him. So, he's a fast. Come on, start thinking. Well, I really got to get going, but my wife told me, she goes, look, you've come to Biddeford, you've done your best, you did a good show, they probably never seen you before, the Gold Room or anything like that, and they probably don't know what to think about you. So whatever you do, don't end your set with that one joke that alienates half the crowd. Yeah, she ain't here, and I love this joke, so I'm going with it. You know what Pink Floyd and Princess Diana have in common? Their last big hit was The Wall. No, that's a genius joke right there. Because that's one of those jokes that later on when you go back to wherever you work or something, you told them you came to this great benefit and you saw a couple good comedians, and they're going to ask you, they're going to go, well, do you remember any of the jokes? That's the only one you're going to remember right there. And whatever you do, don't put Dale Earnhardt in there because people get angry. Thank you very much for listening to me. My name is Dennis Fogg. Have a great night.
Thank you, Dennis.
So I'm glad everybody's having a really good time, and our next performer, from opening for Panic at the Disco and for actually also playing with legendary members of Prince's entourage, here he is.
Dean Ford.
Hello. Oh boy. How's it going? Good. This one's called Follow My Lead. I've been in your situation. I know what you're going to. When everybody's problem is your problem, there's no one left to tell your troubles to. Excuse my fascination, but why do you still do this to yourself? I know you hate it, so don't fake it. Put your jacket on and let boy. The strap broke. So all there was held inside, we never could shine through. Now's the time to see what more you can find, and leave out all this behind. Just live your life for you. Thank you. So my name is Dean Ford, and it's great to see all of you here this evening. I don't usually play solo. I usually play with a big band. Not like the Rat Pack type big band, but, you know, for anybody that understands what big band is. Bad joke. That's why I'm not the comedian. This one's called Come On Say. This is an old tune. Thank you. I'm gonna do a really old song. I wrote this when I was 17. I last played it when I was 17. No, come on now. I'm not that young. That's like 3 years ago. Man. This one's called Hello Again. No, it's not. This one's called Go See a Shrink. So this is going back to when I was 15. Call for a doctor. I'm on the side of the road in a state of shock, and I'm losing oxygen from the stress that I'm in. And I should be with her, holding hands by the fire, set up in the flames. And she's probably with somebody else now. Who can tell by the way that she carries herself, for the meaningless words that flow out of her mouth. Hey, I don't have a problem anymore. I admit I can be a little rough on the edges, for sure. Got the one of the days and both of her hands ready on. But you know she's climbing her plans, but hey, I don't have a problem. Check my vital signs, making sure that I'm still alive. In every sense of the word, you know it means so much. Well, I'm holding out for something that's new. Anything I'm not likely to do. Call it cliche, call it anything you want. I can tell by the way that I carry myself, by the meaningless words that flow out of my mouth. I'm the charlatan, so don't make me out to be one. Hey, I don't have a problem anymore. I admit I can be a little rough on the edges, for sure. Got the word to tell you, some both of your hands ready on. But you know she's found little friends, but hey, I don't have a problem. Words don't mean a thing when you've heard them already, and words don't mean a thing when you said them before. Words don't mean a thing when you've heard them already, and words don't mean a thing when you said them before. Hey, I don't have a problem. I admit I can be a little rough on the edges. Hey, I don't have a problem anymore. I admit I can be a little rough on the edges, for sure. Kind of wanted to tell you some both of your hands ready on, that you know she's found in a plan. Hey, I don't have a problem. Hey. I keep looking over here and seeing this microphone and thinking that there's some dude standing next to me. It's freaking me out every single time. All right, now here's a new song. This is called Waste My Night Away. This microphone is really messing with me. Excuse me, I can't look away. Could you use another Tanqueray? Somewhere to go, or you're looking to stay for some more? Well, how about we go for a ride? We're driving till the tank runs dry. I know you don't want to leave here alone, so come on. Make up your mind and hurry up now, before it's too late. I'm not gonna waste my night away. Time's running out, what do you say? I'm not gonna waste my night away. I'm not gonna waste my night away. Well, tell me where's your boyfriend tonight? Well, he ain't here in the mood, it's so right. You wanna have the time of your life? Tell me more. Well, how about we go for a ride? We're driving till the tank runs dry. I know you don't want to leave here alone. Tell me more. Make up your mind and hurry. If you swallow down your pride, we could carry on. Hurry up now. Hurry up now. Hurry up now before it's too late. I'm not gonna waste my night away. Time's running out. What do you say? I'm not gonna waste my night away. Hurry up now before it's too late. I'm not gonna waste my night away. Time's running out. What do you say? I'm not gonna waste my night away. Oh, hurry up now. No, I'm not gonna waste my night away. The sun's coming. Oh, I'm not gonna waste my night. No, I'm not gonna waste my night away. Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's do something a little different. So I play mostly pop music, but I also have a taste for darker kind of bluesy, theatrical type songs too. So here's a song called Johnny and Patricia, which is about a boy who got his hands cut off by a girl named Patricia. It's a nice upbeat tune. Here you go. Oh, Johnny Bixby knew what he had to do. He bought himself a 6-string one early afternoon, and he practiced every day until his hands were soaked in blood. Once he found the rhythm, he was onto something good. All the pretty girls loved to hear him play, and he'd write them songs, and of course he'd always get his way, until he met Patricia, the girl with the darkest eyes. She had different plans that would cut that player down to size. Oh, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, oh, ya-da-da-da-da, whoa. Well, Johnny, you better watch your fingers, boy. So Patricia gave our friend a call. She said, Johnny, won't you take me to the ball? Heard about those magic fingers, wanna use them for my own. Pick me up at 7, I'll be waiting here at home. So Johnny delivered with a black stretch limousine. And I walked Patricia in a dress like you'd never seen. Her legs were long and slender, with a strut that would stop your heart. When she flashed that crooked smile, the fun was bound to start. Oh, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da, ya-da-da-da-da, oh, ya-da-da-da-da, oh. Well, Johnny, you better watch those fingers, boy. cut them off. Hey. Thank you. Man, these lights are bright. Can't see anybody. Is there anyone here? No? Yes? Nobody's here. Well, you know. Huh? Yeah. I heard this place is haunted. It is. Right on. I really like haunted places. When I was in high school, I used to break into a lot of, never mind. This one's called Good Looks and Money. Does anyone know what time it is? Sweet. Sweet. Cool. Thanks again for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. This one's not called that. This one's Heartbeat. And this is like a club banger with like a rap verse and big like rave sounds. So it's not gonna sound like that at all. And I'm not going to rap. This one's I'm not gonna rap. You don't want that. It's worse than Vanilla Ice. It's real bad. I can actually do that, but I'm not gonna. This is called Heartbeat. Ready to go. I can see it in your eyes. No reason at all to be thinking, baby, empty out your mind. Feel the walls shake while the bass is pounding. Watch the glass break, the alarm is sounding. Close your eyes, let me feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Your heartbeat set a fire alight through the stereo system to your heartbeat, your heartbeat. I've been looking at you all night from the stage. The way you groove really blows my mind. What's your name? Feel the walls shake while the bass is pounding. Watch the glass break, the alarm is sounding. Close your eyes, let me feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Your heartbeat set a fire alight through the stereo system to your heartbeat, your heartbeat. Oh, 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 oh. Your heartbeat, your heartbeat. Oh, 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 oh. Your heartbeat, your heartbeat. This will be the rap part. So we'll cut it short, because otherwise it's going to be real boring. Close your eyes, let me feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Your heartbeat set a fire alight through the stereo system to your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Close your eyes, let me feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Your heartbeat set a fire alight through the stereo system to your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Thank you. You guys are too kind. Thanks. Yeah, this is mostly new material. Not that you guys probably know any of this anyway. You want to hear a cover? Yeah? What do you want to hear? I don't have anything prepared. Something? Contemporary or 30 years old? 30 years old? Okay. Let's do 30 years old. Just give me 1 second to talk amongst yourselves. How's that go? Oh, let's do this one. Okay. I don't know if any of you will know this. You might not. It's a Prince song. And that's it. That's all you're going to get of that. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to do one more song, and then I'm going to take off. But thank you again. My name is Dean, and you guys are awesome. This one's called It's the Feeling. Is about to get shut down. Turn it up and burn it to the ground. Let's dance, baby, come in close. One chance, see how far this goes. 'Cause I got a feeling, really let go. Hands to the ceiling and lose all control. With a free mind, it's the feeling, feeling, feeling coming over me. If love is what you're looking for, drink up and lose it on the floor. Let's dance, 'cause we aren't giving up. One chance, baby, test your luck. And I gotta feel it and really let go. Hands to the ceiling and lose all control. With a free mind, it's the feeling, feeling, feeling coming over me. And I gotta feel it and really let go. Hands to the ceiling and lose all control. With a free mind, it's the feeling, feeling, feeling coming over me. And no, you don't stand a chance. We'll lose it if we can. But I don't want romance.
Thank you, Dean Ford.
Thank
What?
you, Dean.
This concludes our first half.
And we appreciate everybody still for coming out and staying. We still have a second part of the show. It's going to be great. So we're going to do a 15-minute intermission, so make sure you save your seat, put a can of food there so you can donate it, put a $5 bill so you can donate it, something, right, Michelle?
Right, and with the second half, we expect for the ones that are brave at heart and are actually staying through the whole show to come on up, be in the front.
We want to thank the show, the
Oh,
first part of it. So we want to thank
all of them.
Delilah and Tim and Doug and Dean. So
And Dean, thank you. They were all super. And they're actually going to come out and be there to watch everyone during the second half. So thank you. 15-minute break, guys. This is a melodic hardcore band. I'm very surprised that a lot of you actually stayed. And I'm actually very proud. Now, I want you to know, being the mother of two of the band members, that I have actually heard their set time after time after time, and I am very proud and actually love it. Yes, I love it. I'm an old folk, but I gotta say they have fantastic music. They do. They really do, and I'm really happy that you guys stayed to listen. So, Crisis AD.
It's a crisis of trust. Why do you take consent? Why do you take consent? Why do you take consent? Thanks, guys.
So we're Crisis AD, we come from just over the bridge from Saco. I love Biddeford. I actually live in Biddeford now. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great cause. So we do have some CDs for sale. I think like $1 or $2 or something. So if you want one, pick one up. It goes straight to the donation. The next one. You guys want to come up and stand right here if you can. Real nice.
When this is the last time I would have been here for you. 'Cause it's what I do. When I'm back, everything will was by your side. What's waiting so fucking long? Why? What did you go back after everything I did? Why did you go on? Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. So now I'm here, living the of this life. Body is broken. Where were the man while I fled? When I run away, will I never come back? Help me, I've fallen. I'm calling for a friend. No more do I see the light upon the bed. Let's find our way through this. To find the end. Do I dare to dread? Do I dare to dream? Or do I dare to dream? Thank
you so much. So please make a donation. That's what we're all here for. It's our next song. It's called Visions. It goes out to anybody that has lost a friend or family member. Everybody's been here before. Can I get this center vocal up a little bit more? We're all here because of that. Nobody likes to lose friends, family, anybody they love, anybody close to them. So please, share your story with me. I'd love to hear it. Oh!
I hope this is where you think about me. I've been running in circles, can't find a way back to where we want to be. Oh God, I miss you. Time is wasting away. Your cloud follows me wherever I go. So I take a deep breath, and I can't believe what I say, and I can't believe what I say. Round at your gun and I am opening. You show me the right way to be myself. I thought that one day I would be just like you. Maybe I could live longer with you. You take your hands and just do this. Right to the beat. Right with me. Keep them up. We're all a big family. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And I can't believe what I say. And I can't believe what I say. And I can't believe what I say. What I can't believe. What I can't believe. What I can't believe. What I am saying. Thank you guys. So, have any of you guys heard us before? Put your hands up. Sweet, that's cool. I like that. Well, thanks for coming to see us again. It's always a pleasure. This next song is called Driven. It's one of my favorites. So please, come up here and hang out with us. Stand right here if you want. People love you. You're single now, so hide behind your walls and barrier. Rule this horizon. What walked in among us? I made my decision. Let's see your next move. With your definite selfish. And this is why I have to go. My life has been just running away. And through time they'll find a faceless hero. What are you running from? Face your demons and fight for freedom. The tides will change when you crumble in death. I tell you, it's over, it's over. Your reign is now to win. Rough ends never felt so sweet. Living only for the happiness of everyone. Well, what you gonna learn? But when will you learn? My life through time they'll find a faceless hero. What are you running from? Face our demons with fight our freedom. The tides will change when you apologize. Woo!
Those of you who don't know, you didn't hear it. This song is about facing anybody that's ever told you no. That's ever told you that you can't be something. But this song is just really fun to play. It's our last song tonight.
Let me know when I'm falling apart. When the violent water your path. I touched it hard up to the sun to get you out. My sword will then summon. I just force it to console me. The business inside my soul. So just let me in.
Ducky Cook from Leadler.
But I feel my face in the light. If you keep thinking you will find, tell anyone that will listen to it. The problem isn't you. Well, it's everyone else. I sure what they tell me. I just find that you control me. The piece of dirt inside my soul. Just let me in. My face in the light. If you keep thinking you will fight, to anyone that will listen to us. But the problem isn't you. Well, it's everyone else. But I swear, we'll make it back. We'll the demons in our life. With this, everything's so. If you say so. Woo. So just let me in. This is who I am. This is what I've become. Leave your fear behind. And take our freedom.
Thank you, guys. You guys have been awesome. Thanks. Come hang out if you want.
Well, that was Bryce's AD. Can we give him another hand? Woo! Okay. Well, right now they're taking the equipment out, switching over. Fifth Freedom is next. Woo! Yeah. And we're here to entertain you. At least I had the mic to myself. Oh. Huh. Oh, yeah, to me. Okay. First of all, we would like to thank
At Your Service Video Productions for helping us video this today.
Joe Genender, who's up there somewhere.
Up on the
filming.
stage.
He's filming us all. And this, remember this. Biddeford Public Access Channel 3 and 85. I think you saw Steve Poulos come out a couple of times. I think he's going to never live that one down.
Biddeford+Saco Chamber, thank you.
Yes. Thank you to the Blue Elephant, Events and Catering. Woo! Owner. Oh.
Yeah. The Biddeford Economic Development Corporation.
Hannaford from Biddeford donated. They were wonderful.
Hot 104.7.
Yes, 30 ads. They were playing. I heard them twice today, and, you know, I listen to their station often. That's another thing I do. All right, and...
The Journal Tribune.
Oh, we missed Jacob Simcock.
That was your call.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
red, you're black.
Okay, Jacob Simcock, who is somewhere I can't see him right now. NEBOOKING presents, and he is actually responsible for getting all this sound put together for all the bands.
Everyone.
For everyone. Go ahead, next one.
Remember, you're black, I'm red.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Nicolette Abbott, who's here doing photography. Thank you, Nicolette. Go ahead, Red.
P&C Insurance. She?
Oh my gosh, and PeoplesChoice Credit Union, who has been out there. And I would like to add that tonight we didn't do the tally only because people were still coming in. They're going to get it for us. And Monday, Jody Bissonette is going to come in. We'll go through everything. In the meantime, they're going to have final tallies, but we'll go through it and announce it via media. Journal Tribune for sure.
YourSalesTeam.com.
Yep, and that's it. I think we have to say thank you to all
Thank you to
of them.
everybody.
Without them, it couldn't have been done.
And by the way, there's a ton of food out there that the food pantry is going to be picking up, so I appreciate everybody who brought in food tonight, so that's really cool, and we're very excited for that. So
All right. Yep, lots
that's
of
also
food.
a plus. Lots of canned goods for the
Okay.
pantry.
So I think, what else do we have to say? I know that they're almost...
Do they have a few more minutes, or are we
I
good?
don't know.
Should I check? Should you check?
I'll go check. I'll leave you to the mic.
They're ready. Fifth Freedom.
Fifth Freedom.
Didn't know what it was for. Might make it out, but I know the change is slim. It's been a messed up life, filled with pain and strife, and now I've come to see that my future's bright, but the past is dark. I don't know what'll become of me, but you can't turn back, feeling like you're the only one who never leaves us up and left too lonely. Go on ahead, but I'm losing my mind when I think I'm ahead, 10 steps behind. Trying to pick myself up, but I'm going insane. But I think it's the same. There's no turning home. I think I've got the game. Face too common, dirty backstabbers always gotta drive me. You're coming with a jack when I'm home again, even though you know I let you be. So the gloves are off and I'm ready to go. You can't try and follow me. Send them to this game, you always try and play. You can't take this away from me, but you can't turn back, feeling like you're the only one who never leaves us up and left you lonely. Go on ahead, but I'm losing my mind when I think I'm ahead, 10 steps behind. Trying to pick myself up, but I'm going insane. I'd love to see the sun, but all I got is the rain. Now I'm a little crazy, but I think it's the same. There's no turning home. I think I'm kind of gay. too lonely. Going to head, but I'm losing my mind when I think I'm ahead. 10 steps behind, but you can't turn back. Feel like you're the only one who never leaves yourself in there too lonely. Going ahead, but I'm losing my mind when I think I'm ahead. 10 steps behind, try to pick myself up, but I'm going insane. I'm gonna see the sun, but all I got is the rain. Now I'm a little crazy, but I think you're the same. So I'm turning home, thinking I'm the game. So long ago, you take it slow, and I'll take my vengeance. And in the final battle, I'll take my stand. You can't stop me now. What's the price I pay? As the battle's
Biddeford City Theater to see us today. I'd like to give a big shout out to, oh man, everybody who's played today. All kinds of cool stuff. It's been exciting to be here, and good to see all you out there. We're Fifth Freedom, by the way. It's good to see you out there.
If you haven't, you can pick up our album in any Bull store, or out here they got it for sale too.
Yeah, if you buy it here today, 10% goes to the benefit for which this show has been arranged, so we'll be contributing either way.
So long I've been on my own, and even if you're on my side, you know I'm still feeling all alone from all the years that I've tried. I'll pick up this damn old thing, but it sure don't feel the same. Promises of rash and riches, not to get a thing, yeah. Well, it's gonna be longer if I can make it to the top. It's been how long is it been? But I ain't got no time to stop. Let me tell you now, are you good love? I can tell you, but in time we'll see. Yeah, you know I gotta start running now, 'cause you know I'm living right, yeah. I said the bill of hope might come around, but I ain't seen it up here. Because you know I'm still losing touch, so I won't keep you very near. No. And 'cause I think you're a little scared to know, you might just understand. I don't think you notice, you're right where I stand. Yeah! It's gonna be longer if I can make it to the top. It's been how long is it been? And I ain't got no time to stop. Tell me now, are you good? I can tell you, but in time we'll see. You know I gotta start running now, 'cause you know I'm living great, yeah. You know I'm living free. It's just when I thought I had it made, my girl ran for the door. Oh, I tried to save her, but I never win. Oh, what the hell, the back door? Yeah! My friends, never seen the sea. I'll carry out with it up. We're gonna never let me be. So I'll pick up this damn old thing, but it sure don't feel the same. Promises of rash and riches, I'm not to get a break, yeah. It's gonna be longer if I can make it to the top. It's been how long is it been? But I ain't got no time to stop. Let me tell you now, I am good love. I can tell you, but in time we'll see. So I gotta start running now, 'cause you know I'm living great, yeah. Thank you. This next song goes out, basically if you've ever lost somebody close to you, or, so let's put this out there for everybody who's ever lost somebody you care deeply about. You never know when it's going to all end, right? So
take care of each other, love each other. I think that's the theme of tonight. This song's called Take a Closer Look. Next time, I'll be sure to look further ahead. And next time, I'll take a look around, 'cause I can't face the dead. 'Cause last time, I know I got off guard, and now I only see the grass through my pain and scars. Said it's bad, I'd be too good. And after all I've seen, why I still feel like this looks good. Take a closer look now. My hands keep on slipping, push me further down, down where you know I'll be living. I think about this life I've led, the people I've met, and the things I've said. Maybe a couple things that I changed, but I only got myself to blame. Said it's bad, I'd be too good. After all I've seen, why I still feel like this one is good. Take a closer look now. My hands keep on slipping, push me further down, down where you know I'll be living. That's so hard to get right. Feels like I am bleeding. Will I find myself way out of hell? I don't know where I can ride. To look further ahead. Next time I'll take a look around, 'cause I can't face the dead. Take a closer look now. My hands keep on slipping, push me further down, down where you know I'll be living. That's so hard to get by. It feels like I am bleeding. Will I find myself way out of hell? I don't know where I can Thank you all so very much. That one is on our album. Are you guys having a good time? Nope. Are you guys having a good time? Much better. A new song, y'all, is called Bridge to Burn. forget the past.
so much, everybody, for coming out. All the performers who dedicated their time, their energy, their talents. Estella for putting it on. The city of Biddeford, all of you guys. Give it, make some noise for yourselves. You know? Can't get you out of my head, get you out of my life. The things you said were all just lies. Times they move so fast. Walking hand in hand, smiling up at the sun. Your eyes lit up like the summer sky. I should've seen it coming like I never do. I should've seen it leaving if I thought it through. Can't get you out of my head, get you out of my life. The things you said were all just lies. They move so fast. Looking back now, I never stood a chance. And now I know you're not turning back. Who can get you out of my head, get you out of my life? The things you said were all just lies. These times they move so fast. Oh, I'm going out on my own, never turning back. Leave me all alone, get no plans. These times they move so fast. And even though it's been some time, oh, I think you know that you haunt my dreams, can't get you out of my head. Now that you haunt my dreams, can't get you out of my head, get you out of my life. The things you said were all just lies. These times they move so fast. Oh, I'm going out on my own, never turning back. Leave me all alone, get no plans. Times they move so fast. Can't get you out of my head. Who can get you out of my life? Can't get you out of my head, get you out of my life. The things you said were all just lies. Times they This next song, if you know us, anybody here's heard us before, you've heard this song. Been on TOS for a very long time. It's about rising above. And no matter what anybody tells you, you go down that road. Nobody in this world can ever tell you you can't accomplish something, all right? It's a song called It Ain't Easy. One more shot might make me episode. You guys have been absolutely great. Thank you so much. It's another new song we're going to go out on tonight. Been going over pretty well. A song that I cannot wait to release on a CD or in some form. It's a song called Someday.
Years have passed, but times don't change. I still feel your ghost, and I'm the only one to blame. I never meant to hurt you, I only wanted to hold you near. And now you're just a stranger. How did I make you disappear? If I could, I'd take it all back. Where did I go wrong? But I can't forget the past, but nothing this good ever lasts. So maybe someday you'll see. Hey, yeah. I'll try to put my demons behind me. No matter where I hide, they always seem to find me. So it's the last time I believe. You were right. I can't have you because we're both so hopeless and it's so unfair. There were better days that are far behind me. I guess there's another cross I'll have to bear. If I could, I'd take it all back. Where did I go wrong? I can't have the past, but nothing is good ever lasts. So maybe someday you'll see. Yeah, yeah. Try to put my demons behind me. No matter where I hide, they always find me. So it's the last time I believe. I believe. Don't you be scared. But I'm never gonna see you pretty as you can. And I feel like I'm looking me now. I'm gonna have you got this Nick Little on the guitar. To my right, Mr. Michael Scarpelli. On the drums, Gary Marston.
And that right there on lead guitars and lead vocals, our own Alan Jones. Give him a hand.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, oh, oh.
Thank you for freedom. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight and helping out this act of love that Estelle put on everybody.
Talk in the mic? Yeah.
So thank
you
you,
braved the
everybody.
rain. It's still raining out there. We appreciate you being out here, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you.
Thank you.